Have you ever wondered why some people are just hard to trust? It's a question that often lingers in the back of our minds. Trust, an essential pillar of human interaction, is not something to be given lightly. It forms the foundation of genuine relationships, whether they are personal, professional, or casual acquaintances. When trust is betrayed, it leaves scars that can take a long time to heal. Hence, it's crucial to be cautious about whom we place our trust in. However, identifying the untrustworthy isn't always straightforward. Sometimes, the most charming or seemingly kind people can turn out to be the ones who shake our faith the most. In this journey of understanding, we'll be exploring 7 types of people that one should be wary of. These are individuals whose actions or characteristics might signal a potential threat to the trust you place in them. So buckle up and stay tuned as we delve into these 7 types of untrustworthy people. First up, we have the fickle-minded individuals. These are the people whose moods swing more frequently than a pendulum, making them as unpredictable as a roll of the dice. Their promises, often made in the heat of the moment, are fragile as glass, ready to shatter at the slightest change in their emotions. Imagine planning a weekend getaway with a friend, only to have them cancel at the last minute because they suddenly don't feel like going. Or consider a coworker who one day is all in for a project, and the next day they're disinterested, leaving you in a lurch. Their whims rule them, and they can be easily swayed by others, like leaves blown about by the wind. Their lack of steadiness makes them hard to rely on, and even harder to trust. With their unpredictable nature, trusting them becomes a gamble. Next, we have those who are overly nice. These folks seem to drip honey from every word, and their charm can be quite captivating. But it's worth asking, is their niceness genuine, or is there something more lurking beneath the surface? Often, these overly nice individuals may lack a genuine interest in you. They might be overly curious, asking excessive questions about your personal life, your work, or your family. And you may find them volunteering help or offering favors without you even asking. It's like they're always trying to win an award for the nicest person on the planet. But why? Well, they might be trying to gain something from you. Perhaps they're seeking information, favors in return, or just trying to manipulate your perception of them. It's a classic case of the wolf in sheep's clothing. So the next time you encounter someone who's a little too nice, proceed with caution. Remember, all that glitters is not gold. Now let's look at those who lack empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's a cornerstone of human connection. However, some people seem to miss this vital trait, making them appear insensitive and self-centered. Imagine a friend who never seems to grasp how their actions affect others, or a colleague who dismisses your concerns without a second thought. These are typical examples of individuals lacking empathy. They navigate the world with a self-centered perspective, prioritizing their needs, desires, and feelings over those of others. In their world, they're the sun, and everyone else orbits around them. They may not necessarily intend to cause harm, but their lack of understanding often results in hurt feelings and strained relationships. This insensitivity makes it challenging to forge a deep, meaningful bond with them, as trust requires a mutual understanding and respect for each other's emotions. Trust is built on empathy and understanding, both of which are missing in such individuals. Moving on, we have the overly competitive ones. These folks have a knack for turning the most mundane activities into fierce competitions. From finishing a meal first to getting the better parking spot, they always feel the need to outdo you. But where does this competitiveness stem from? Often it's rooted in insecurity and jealousy. They may constantly compare themselves to others, believing that they have to be the best at everything to feel valued. Let's consider an example. You share a piece of good news about a promotion, and instead of celebrating with you, they immediately start discussing their own achievements or plans to surpass you. This competitive nature can make you feel inadequate and takes the joy out of shared successes. Over time, this behavior can erode trust, because if someone is always trying to outshine you, can they truly be happy for you when you succeed? Their desire to win may cost you more than just a friendly competition. Next, watch out for the control freaks. These individuals crave dominance, and they'll manipulate situations to ensure they're steering the wheel. Their tactics can be subtle, like insisting on making decisions on your behalf, or overt, like using your vulnerabilities against you. Their actions might seem like gestures of care, but don't be fooled. It's not about you. it's about their need to control. Let's look at an example. Imagine a friend who consistently dismisses your choices, insisting that their way is the only right way. They may justify their behavior by saying that they're looking out for you, but in reality, they're undermining your confidence and autonomy. This hunger for control is a red flag. It indicates a lack of respect for your individuality and your right to make your own decisions. It's a trait that erodes trust because their need for control often overpowers the need for a genuine relationship. Now, let's discuss those who always play the victim. These individuals seem to live in a world where they're perpetually the ones being wronged. They refuse to accept responsibility for their actions and instead continually blame others for their misfortunes. Imagine being in a situation where you're working on a group project. One member consistently misses deadlines, causing the entire team to fall behind. Instead of acknowledging their part in the setback, they shift the blame to other team members, citing that they were not given enough time or resources. This behavior doesn't end at the workplace or school. It permeates into personal relationships as well. They might blame you for their unhappiness or failures, making you feel guilty for things you didn't cause. Engaging with such people can be emotionally exhausting. Their constant blame game can leave you feeling guilty and drained. It's important to recognize these individuals and understand that their problems are not your responsibility. Lastly, beware of those who can't keep a secret. This group of people is like a leaky faucet, dripping out confidential information without a second thought. They thrive on the thrill of sharing secrets, the power it gives them, the feeling of being in the know. Gossiping becomes their currency, and they trade in whispers and hidden knowledge. But remember, trust is a two-way street. People who willingly divulge other people's secrets are showing a lack of respect for privacy and trust. They're showing that they cannot be trusted to keep your confidences safe. Imagine this scenario. A friend tells you a secret about another friend. It's juicy, it's scandalous, it's none of your business. Yet, they've shared it with you anyway. It's pretty clear, isn't it? If they're willing to betray another person's trust, what's stopping them from doing the same with your secrets? If they're telling you someone else's secret, they're probably telling your secrets too. So there you have it, the 7 types of people that can be hard to trust. Let's take a quick recap. First, we have those fickle-minded individuals. Their unpredictability and inconsistency make them a tough bet when it comes to trust. Their swaying moods and easily influenced decisions can leave you in a lurch when you least expect it. Then, we have people who are too nice. Remember, genuine interest and kindness are different from being overly sweet and intrusive. Sometimes these overly nice people have hidden agendas and ulterior motives. Next up, people who lack empathy. They're often self-centered and indifferent to others' feelings. Trusting them can lead to a one-sided relationship where your emotions and needs are overlooked. Fourth, overly competitive people. They're driven by jealousy and insecurity, making everything a competition. They can make you feel insufficient and constantly in their shadow. Their need to outdo you at every turn can breed mistrust. Fifth, we have the control freaks. These people want to manipulate every situation, often using your weaknesses against you. Their controlling nature can stifle your growth and suppress your individuality. Sixth, people who always play the victim. They shirk responsibility and blame others for their problems. Being around them can drain your energy, and their constant victim mentality can make trust a difficult proposition. And finally, the gossipmongers. Those who tell you other people's secrets. They show a blatant disregard for privacy and confidentiality. If they're telling you someone else's secrets today, who's to say your secrets aren't their topic of conversation tomorrow? In this complex world, trust is a precious commodity. It's the foundation of any relationship, be it personal or professional. But it's important to remember that trust is earned, not given. So be cautious about who you let into your circle of trust. Remember, trust is a precious commodity. Be sure to invest it wisely.